Last place that you would expect toxic lead to be, in baby food. Lead's not even supposed to be in our bodies. Researchers went through the results of samples of thousands of baby food, and they found toxic lead was in 20% of that. 10 News reporter Candice Aviles shows you exactly what researchers found and what you can do to keep your kids safe.
This is a serious problem.
Traces of lead in some baby foods. If you're wondering from what brands, this Environmental Defense Fund report stops short of calling them out.
These companies need to be held accountable.
The report shows lead was most commonly found in fruit juices like grape, apple, and pear, root vegetables like sweet potatoes and carrots, and arrowroot cookies and teething biscuits. Some of the baby versions even had more lead than the regular versions.
This is not okay. Our food should be safe.
Owner of Green Mommy Store, Shannon Green, says she knows one way parents can avoid this problem.
Baby lead weaning is about letting the baby lead. It's a real simple concept. We put the food that we have on our plate we hand it to the baby, and the baby can pick it up at their leisure when they're ready.
Basically, give them something off your plate instead of jarred baby food.
I know that they're getting the food that they actually need that's healthy for them. We don't have to worry about any preservatives. We don't have to worry about now any heavy metals.
The FDA says there is no known safe blood lead level. The CDC says kids should not have blood lead levels above 5 micrograms per deciliter. The report says companies should set a goal of less than 1 part per billion of lead in baby food and other foods marketed to children. In kids, even very low lead levels can cause behavior problems and lower IQ. So what can you do to keep your kids safe?
I would absolutely be calling the company. I would be demanding that they do something about it, and if they don't, of course, we move on up the chain, because that's not acceptable.
The report recommends calling the company and asking how they test for lead and if they know what levels are in their products, if any.
We've been given a line that we must go from milk or formula straight to puree and then go to solids, but we're actually missing the fact that we don't need those purees.
That's a really important point there, that you don't necessarily need those. As a mom, Candice, I want to know how lead even gets into the baby food to begin with, because I trust it to be safe.
It was one of the most popular questions I actually got while doing this story. Well, I asked the EDF, the nonprofit behind the report. They say they have no idea, but they are looking into it. But they do say that it could come from processing or even how the food's grown.
And if your kid has already been through the baby food phase, there is something that you can do. If you're really concerned about lead in their system, ask your pediatrician to test your child for lead.
That's a great idea. Now, this reporting was definitely shocking, but the most common ways for a kid to actually have lead in their system: swallowing dust and soil in and around your house, contaminated toys, water, dirt, and paint chips.
And as Candice pointed out, if you do have a baby and you are worried about this, there are 3 things that you can do. You can call the company. Also, you can get a kit similar to the one that we have here. If we come back out, baby food kit. You can get one of these, make your kids food, or you can do what that mom did, which is
exactly
baby lead weaning. Very simple.